their emergency evacuation.
There were other problems as well which were crippling the Indian economy as a whole, some of which were an increasing external debt of more than 23% of GDP, internal debt of 55% of GDP, a fiscal deficit of over 8% of GDP, and a hyperinflation of 13%, food inflation of over 11%, foreign exchange reserves of just 2,500 crores compared to the 30 lakh crores we currently have, and a license charge accompanied by red tapeism and corruption also depleting the sovereign credit rate of India.
It was during this time that the International Monetary Fund started giving external currency support to mitigate balance of payments crisis of developing nations under its extended fund facility in return for certain conditionalities.
But this help came with a catch. The conditionalities were not in the form of set conditionalities but were devised and prescribed as and when the nations approached them for the help.
The conditions that the IMF placed on India are the following. First, devaluation of the rupee by 22%, which made the Indian rupee fell down from rupees 21 to rupees 27 per US dollar. The second step is a drastic reduction in the peak import tariff from the prevailing level of 130% to 30%. The third step is excise duties to be hiked by 20% to neutralize the revenue shortfalls due to custom cut. The fourth step is that all government expenditure was to be cut down by 10% annually.
To make sure these conditionalities were met, India had to go for economic reforms, and the Indian government responded by taking the following measures.
India devalued its currency in two sets. First, on 1st July by 9%, and following it, on 8th July, the Indian rupee was again devalued by 11%.
As suggested by International Monetary Fund, India decided to cut down the annual government expenditure to attain a favorable balance of payment. The government decided to abolish license charge and reduce tariff rates, allowing for more foreign direct investment in the country.
P. Chidambaram, then Finance Minister of India, announced a new trade policy in the year 1991. This policy opened the door of Indian economy for a global exposure for the first time. Major features of this policy included reduction of import duties, opening up of reserved sectors for private players, rationalized tariff structure, opening up of special economic zones and export-oriented units, introduction of agriculture export zones and export houses.
The Reserve Bank of India shipped approximately 47 tons of gold to the Bank of England to raise $405 million in order to fund the current account deficit due to the excess of imports over exports.
Mr. P.G. Kurian, the Union Minister of the country, declared the new industrial policy. The government intended to integrate the country's economy with the world economy, improving the efficiency and productivity of the public sector. To accomplish this objective, existing government regulations and restrictions on the industry were removed.